Hello guys, welcome to my channel Chemical Diary. In this video I'm going to teach you about sour water stripper. This is one of the important unit in petrochemical and petroleum industry, and also one of the important subject of matter for removal of hydrogen sulfide, and also this is one of the important units for the jobs. You might have seen that in many advertisement there are many posting for sour water stripper, amine regeneration unit and sulfur recovery unit. So these are the very important topics. So today I'm going to cover in this video. Let's start. Sour water stripper. So before starting, I will give you the definition of the technical terms used here. Sour water. Sour water means the water which contain noticeable amount of hydrogen sulfide gas, or huge amount of hydrogen sulfide gas mainly. And sour gas is the gas which contain huge amount of or noticeable amount of substantial amount of hydrogen sulfide gas. So sour water stripper. Stripper is the distillation column or packet column in which we strip hydrogen sulfide gas. So the water is called strip water. Now let's go for the process description. And equipment used in the sour water are flash drum, hydrocarbon drain drum, sour water stripper. This is distillation column, and this is interchanger, and this is knockout drum, this is water cooler or pump around cooler, reboiler, and this is the strip vessel. For your easier understanding, I put a flow diagram without pumps from flash drum to this stripper. We use pump to send liquid from here to here, and from strip water to strip water vessel. So from this distillation column, another pump is there. With the help of pump, we transfer this strip water to this strip water vessel. And for reboiler, there is no pump not required. It goes by siphoning. And another method is sour water cooler. Here also we have pump. With the help of pump, we transfer the sour water here, and after cool down it goes. And this is a knockout drum. Now let's start complete description and we'll go deeper. Sour water. So before understanding, we must know that what are the sources of sour water, where it is generated, how it is generated, and where we get from. We get sour water from different sources such as distillation of kerosene, diesel, and another thing is that naphtha plant, and we get from reforming plant, we get from sulfur recovery unit plant, we get sour water from tail gas treating unit. We also get sour water from wash column. Wherever acid component or substance or gas is there, we wash with water. So the remittance water or the reactant or resultant water will be sour water. So we get sour water from different sources. So we have to remove the hydrogen sulfide from this. Then this water can be used for recycling in the plant. This is the flash drum where we receive sour water. The function of the flash drum is to remove the flash gases and to remove hydrocarbons in the flash drum. So here we get sour water here, and it flashes on the wall of this tank, and after that the whatever the flash gases are there, it removes. And if high amount of flash gases are there, then it will be transferred to sulfur recovery unit, or if less amount are there, then it will be transferred to the flare for burning. And inside there is a coalescence filter, and we have decanter type vessel in which when sour water comes, the coalescence filter will remove the hydrocarbons, and by gravity or decantation method oil is separated, and hydrocarbons oil will get collected in hydrocarbon drain drum. And after that, pure sour water which is free from hydrogen sulfide will not which is free from hydrocarbons will come here, and will get and with the help of pump it transfer to the stripper. But before transferring to stripper, we have interchanger. The function of the interchanger is to interchange the heat between sour water and strip water. uh, the strip water which is coming from the stripper will have high temperature, and the sour water which is going to the stripper will have a temperature below 50 degree. So we have to preheat the temperature and we have to remove the heat of this strip water. So that is why we use plate type heat exchanger or shell and tube or spiral type of heat exchanger to exchange the heat between these two fluid. So we use, for example, if we take and separate two phe, to heating this we need heating medium and another phe, and to cooling this we need cooling water or air to cool this fluid. So instead of keeping two phe, we keep one plate type heat exchanger or one exchanger, and from one side it goes strip water and the other side sour water. So hot temperature of the strip water will be received by the sour water, and cold temperature will be received by strip water. So alternately both the temperature get substantially interchange. So that's why we call it the interchanger. Now let's go for the stripper. The function of the stripper is to strip the hydrogen sulfide gas which is present in sour water. In distillation stripper, some industries use packet column or desorption column, whereas most of the industries use stripper distillation column. So any type of distillation you can use, and this can be depend upon the design whether to use packet column or this sour water, depend upon the design. So now I'm going to teach you about this distillation column. This is a chimney tray, or you can say that this is a collection tray, and there will be so many trays inside, from 1 to 59 or 34 as per the design or as per the production of the sour water. And there will be one feed tray in which sour water is introduced. The tray in which sour water is introduced is called feed tray, and from there we receive feed, and whatever the preheated sour water will go down, and if hydrogen sulfide is liberated, then it will go up to the sulfur recovery unit. Then after that sour water will come here, and from the trays it will come to this chimney or collection tray, and from there what's happened that sour water will go to the reboiler, and from reboiler it get reheated and will come back here. So in a stripper, one sour water will come here. Then what happened that whatever the hydrogen sulfide is liberated or segregated will go up, and the strip water will get collected in bottom. And after that the gas hydrogen sulfide which has been separated will go to the top section, and bottom will be strip water. So from here the gas will go to sulfur recovery unit. So this was about the stripper. Now let's go for the reboiler. The function of the reboiler is to heat the sour water which is present in the sour water stripper. In reboiler, from one end steam is introduced, and from the other end steam will go out. So when steam is introduced, the steam will get is a high. For example, we get steam of medium pressure steam, high pressure steam, and low pressure steam. But in reboiler we only use medium pressure steam, and in reboiler other companies on most of the units use thermic fluid to heat the sour water. But as per the design or as per the temperature requirement and requirement, we use steam over here. So this is the reboiler, and these are the coils in which steam will come and steam will go out. So whatever the sour water temperature will rise, and from here sour water get cooled. So this is a function of the reboiler. Now let's go for the sour water cooler. This is the pump around cooler, sour water cooler. The function of the cooler is to cool the sour water. Name itself shows that sour water cooler. It cools the sour water. And sour water cooler function is very important. Why we need, because our function, our main aim is to heat the sour water so that hydrogen sulfide gas gets segregated from the sour water. But why we are keeping sour water cooler? The main use of the sour water cooler is to keep the temperature and pressure in the stripper in range. For example, if we wanted to maintain a temperature of 1 kg or 100 or 200 degree temperature, if temperature increased by reboiler and cannot be controlled, or if a high temperature high pressure is there, then the sour water will send to the sour water cooler and temperature get reduced here. So this is a function of the sour water cooler. We from one end cooling water comes and it goes into the tubes, and after that cooling water goes out. So sour water get cooled here. Now let's go for the knockout drum. The function of the knockout drum is to remove the hydrogen sulfide gas. Hydrogen sulfide gas which contain liquid droplets, or when hydrogen sulfide gas from the stripper to the knockout drum, it carries some amount of liquid or entrained vapor liquid, so we have to remove that. So here we keep one knockout drum. When gas gas flashes to the knockout drum, liquid is removed, and the hydrogen sulfide gas which is free from liquid will go to the sulfur recovery unit. So from knockout drum, whatever the liquid is collected will recycle back to the stripper or to strip water vessel. So these were the function of the equipment. And now let's go for the amine drain drum. The function of the hydrocarbon drain drum is to collect the hydrocarbons which is removed here by Collison filter or decantation method. So it will get collected over here. So this is the flow. We receive sour water. We receive sour water in flash drum from different sources, and sour water will come here, and with the help of pump we deliver this sour water to the stripper. And once sour water goes into the stripper, then what happened that whatever the hydrogen sulfide will go to the up, and strip water will go to the bottom. So steam is used to heat the sour water, and after that whatever the gas is segregated will go up, and bottom strip water. Top section is called enrich section, and this is called enrich section and rectification section. Here these are removed, so bottom we collected here. And these reboiler is to help to heat the sour water, and strip water vessel function is to collect the strip water. Here we use one pump to deliver the strip water to the strip water vessel. So from here strip water get temperature will get cooled down with the help of interchange. After that the temperature will be around 70 degree, so we need to remove some more temperature. So another plate type heat exchanger is required here to heat this to cool down the strip water temperature. So another PHE or plate type heat exchanger or shell and tube heat exchanger or spiral type of heat exchanger is used to remove the excess heat from the strip water. Then strip water is collected here, and the strip water will be circulated in plant for use. So I have completed the function and equipment and complete definition. Now let's discuss about the principle behind this removal of hydrogen sulfide gas in sour water stripper. The main principle or the favorable condition for sour water stripping is the favorable temperature and pressure. I'm going to discuss that. The favorable condition at which hydrogen sulfide is removed is we have at low pressure and high temperature. So we have to maintain high temperature and low pressure. At low pressure and high temperatures, hydrogen sulfide gas will remove, and this gas will go to sulfur recovery unit. So the principle behind this is we have to maintain low pressure and high temperature. That is why we heat this with the help of reboiler. We heat this sour water so that it is easier for the removal of hydrogen sulfide gas. So now I'm going to cover you about the control narratives and the controls measures we have to follow in the sour water stripper unit. Flash drum, we maintain pressure with the help of nitrogen. Here we will have nitrogen blanketing, and this will help that outside moisture or outside gas, outside air will not come inside the flash drum, and inside hydrogen sulfide gas will not go out. So we maintain pressure of nitrogen here. And how we maintain the level? Here we will have control valve, and this control valve is interlinked to this control valve. If level of the stripper distillation column here decreases, then the here level control valve will open. So if level decreases, then this control valve will open, and if this level increases, this control valve will close. So this is how we maintain the level in the flash drum. This is a continuous process, so we have to have control valve so that continuous operation take place. So here how we here we maintain only level and pressure. There is no phenomena of maintaining temperature over here, but we maintain temperature in the strip water. So I will explain you about how we maintain the temperature over here. The function of the we know that we have to maintain high temperature in the stripper, so that is why we preheat the sour water in the interchanger. So the preheated sour water will go to the feed tray and will come here. So now you are going to learn that how we maintain temperature. We maintain with the help of reboiler, we rise the temperature. So temperature rises continuously. Now we have to maintain the temperature in accurate and specific way, because if temperature is too high, then hydrogen sulfide gas will get separated more, and there will be a continuous supply and a huge amount of supply and a huge pressure buildup in sulfur recovery unit. And if a high pressure is there, then this here we will have PRV, pressure regulating valve, and pressure relief valve, which will relieve the pressure to the flare. So that is why we have to maintain accurate pressure and accurate temperature. So for this reason we maintain temperature by using sour water cooler. If temperature is increases high, then we maintain the temperature by sending sour water to the sour water cooler. With the help of pump, we send this sour water to the sour water cooler, where cooling water supply will be continuous. So cooling water will quench the temperature over here, and after that the cold sour water will go back to the system. So this will reduces the temperature. And now question raises that how we maintain the pressure, because there is no pressure control valve. But as you know that as per gas law, when temperature increases, pressure increases. If temperature reduces, pressure reduces. So if in the column pressure increases, what we do that we send this sour water to the sour water cooler, then temperature of the sour water will get cooled, will get reduced. So after that sour water temperature reduce. So when temperature reduces, pressure reduce. So temperature decreases, pressure decreases. This is how we maintain the temperature and pressure in the column. And here we maintain temperature with the help of steam. Continuous supply of steam will be there in reboiler, and there is and we maintain the pressure of steam. For medium pressure steam, there should be about 3.5 to 4 kg, and for high pressure steam it will be more than 12 kg per centimeter square gauge. So this was about that temperature and pressure parameter, how we maintain. And level, we maintain that if the level decreases, if the level of stripper decreases, this control valve opens and it sends sour water to the stripper. So this is how we maintain the level, temperature and pressure in stripper. Now I am going to teach you about this flare. What is flare and why it is used? Generally we send hydrogen sulfide gas to the sulfur recovery unit, because if we send the hydrogen sulfide gas to sulfur recovery unit, we get sulfur from this in the sulfur recovery unit, so it is beneficial for the plant. And we cannot send this hydrogen sulfide gas to the flare, because if we burn this hydrogen sulfide in the flare, the resultant product will be sulfur dioxide, which is harmful to the atmosphere and harmful to the environment. So that is why we maintain a limit amount of pressure, so that pressure control or pressure safety valve we should not open, and gas should not go to the flare. So this gas will go to the sulfur recovery unit for recovery of sulfur. And as per the industrial norm and atmospheric condition, and as per the environmental regulation, we have to maintain 10 ppm only we can send in flare, and remaining we cannot send, and we may it is harmful to the environment. So that is why we don't send this hydrogen sulfide gas to the this flare. So we send this to this sulfur recovery unit. In case if there is a problem in sulfur recovery unit, if a high pressure build up, at that time we send this gas to the flare to remove the pressure in the column. We have this option that we will send this gas to the flare, but this is a temporary solution but not permanent. So I have covered that function of the sour water stripper, definition, why it is used, and principle, and different types of equipment, reboiler, and temperature and pressure. Everything I have covered. So in my another video you have seen that amine regeneration unit, that also unit are similar to same. In amine regeneration unit, we remove hydrogen sulfide. In sour water stripper unit we remove hydrogen sulfide. So now I will tell you that what is the main difference between sour water stripper and amine regeneration unit. The main difference is that in amine regeneration unit we regenerate the amine. We remove hydrogen sulfide from the amine, so amine get regenerated, and this amine solvent or contactor will again reuse in the plant. But in sour water stripper we remove sour water from the stripper. That's it. That's the main difference between the amine regeneration and sour water stripper. So if you have any doubts regarding sour water stripper, amine regeneration unit, sulfur recovery unit, amine treating unit, and amine reclaim unit, and sour water wash column, please feel to ask. And my email ID is chemicalmake@gmail.com, and my channel name is Chemical Diary. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.